Hello everybody, welcome to today's video. We are getting into my second trimester recap, which has come very late now that I am at literally 37 weeks today. So this video is coming very late, but I still wanted to get it up and filmed for you guys just to kind of like go over and document what I felt the second trimester. Also, I'm literally sitting on my yoga ball to film this video. Because I'm filming very late, I am going to try my best to remember all of my symptoms that I had from weeks 14 to 26 because I'm pretty sure that's the second trimester range. So let's get started. Weeks 14 through 16 to 17, I still had morning sickness. I was still in, the morning nausea phase. I still didn't get it as bad as some other women do where they're throwing up every day. I threw up I think a total of like 4 times throughout my entire pregnancy so far. Morning sickness definitely was still happening. I think it like officially went away around week 17, so that was great. Once week 17 hit, I felt fantastic. Also going into the 16th and 17th week, I think my fatigue went away. So that first trimester fatigue where your body's like changing and all the hormones, the fatigue, the tiredness, the sleepiness went away. So that was also a really great thing because I was exhausted. I had no idea that that was even going to happen. That was a shock to me. I got my energy back week 16, 17, and I was able to do things and not get tired and sleepy, and it was so great to feel like myself again. This next one is 15 weeks. At 15 weeks, we found out the gender of our babies. We're having a little boy. We found out at 15 weeks through an ultrasound, so that was really exciting to find out. I didn't do the blood test like a lot of people do earlier. My doctors didn't offer it to me, and they weren't actually gonna tell me the gender of the baby until my 20-week scan, which next time I get pregnant, I probably will wait till 20 weeks, but who knows? I don't know. We found out at 15 weeks the gender of our baby, and that was really fun. We had a fun gender reveal for our friends and family at around, was I 18 weeks? I don't know. I think it was around from 16 to 18 weeks is when we had a gender reveal for our family, which was really fun. And that was exciting. Hi, Stealing Goose. Okay, and then a really weird symptom that I was not expecting at all, that I didn't even know happened, because I don't think it happens to a lot of people, is this weird ear popping thing to where it feels like you're on an airplane or you're going up the mountains or something. And it was so weird. I got that in the second trimester. I haven't gotten it in the third trimester, I don't think. Or it stopped in the beginning of the third trimester. But second trimester, I got this weird ear popping thing. Like every time I would like get up or like, it was just so random, or eat something, my ear got plugged as if I was in an airplane or something. And the only way that it would go away is if I turned my head like this, which was really weird. Was not expecting that. Didn't know that was a thing, but apparently it is. So that was interesting. And then also around 16 to 17 weeks, I started feeling him kick and move around. That was really fun to feel. At first, you can't really tell if it's gas or the kicks, but eventually you start to feel the difference, which is really cool. And now I feel him kicking my ribs and my sides, and he's really strong. So the difference in the strength from when you first start feeling them kick to the third trimester is insane. I love it. It also hurts, but the beginning was so cool to experience, and yeah, I love it. Okay, and then my bump started to grow at 24 weeks, I think. Like to really pop, like where you can tell I'm most definitely pregnant and not just bloated. You don't really realize until you look back at pictures like, oh, I wasn't really showing then, I wasn't showing then, and then bam, 24 weeks bump, which was kind of crazy to see, to look back on. And he's still growing, so that's fun. I really like seeing the progress, and it's so amazing how we can grow babies. Like, it's just mind-blowing. Another thing is my acne never went away. I still have it. I still struggle with it. I've always struggled with acne, so I'm not really surprised there, but it was really bad, I think, in the second trimester. And I think actually it really just depends on what I eat. I think it always will depend on what I eat, so I gotta do better at eating healthier things because I've been eating a lot of processed snacks and I don't think that helps. But my acne never went away. And I am having a boy, so I never really got that pregnancy glow. A lot of people still tell me I was glowing and stuff, but you know, they're just being nice. It is what it is. And then I had my 20-week anatomy scan, which was a really cool experience. I did actually, laying down on that thing was interesting, like on the bed thing, because it was so uncomfortable. My back actually started tweaking out so bad it kind of hurt a lot, and it's like a whole 45-minute process, but it was really fun to see him move around in there and see his full body, because now that he's so big you can't really see his full body, at least they don't show it. My husband went with me. I wish we could record in there, but they don't let us record in there. Everything came back healthy, by the way, so that's great. So during that anatomy scan, I did find out that I had a low-lying placenta, and so they wanted to keep an eye on it, so we did another scan later on, I think around 26 weeks maybe, and it moved, so it was no longer low-lying, so we were clear from placenta previa, which we were afraid of, but it's all good, everything's good, placenta is no longer low-lying, and he's all good. Something crazy that happened during my second trimester, I don't remember exactly what week it was, but pregnant women are more susceptible to anemia and low iron and things like that. So I definitely did. There was this one time we were still living with my parents, and I went downstairs to eat lunch, and I was eating lunch and I was like, I'm starting not to feel good. My ears started to ring. And so I was like, hey, I can't eat anymore. I feel a little bit nauseous. I'm gonna go put my plate in the sink. I walked to put the plate in the sink, and it just like my hands gave out and it just dropped in the sink. So I walked over to like the counter. So like there's a sink and then there's like the island counter thing. So I walked over to the counter and I was just like standing there, and then my dad walks in the room. He was the only one home. And I was like, Dad, I don't feel good. And so he had to walk me to the chair, and I like fell into the chair. So I kind of fainted, but I was still conscious throughout the entire thing, but I was still like, it was exactly like it is in the movies. I had never passed out before, but if I were to explain it, it would be exactly like how it is in the movies, where your ears ring, you can hear what's going on, but it's like muffled, and you can see like, and there's like a filter where it's like black on the outside, and on the inside you can kind of see the person or the people looking at you. It was a weird experience, so that we had a little scare there, but apparently that's normal, and I was totally healthy and fine. I called my doctor, went over everything. They did not seem concerned at all. So that was scary for me because I had never passed out before, and especially carrying a baby, I was like, I need to make sure this baby's okay. I need to make sure I'm okay. So that was interesting, scary. So I am now on iron. I'm taking iron supplements, so that's fun. And then the next thing is we had the glucose test at I think 24 or 25 weeks. I don't know. I had the glucose test though. I've seen so many videos on TikTok saying it sucks and it tastes bad and it's disgusting and you feel disgusting and sick. And so I was really nervous for this glucose test. But I went in there. They drew my blood 3 times. So one before I drank anything. And then they drew my blood again. And then waited an hour or so. And then they drew it again. So they did not do like if you failed one time you go in for another 3-hour test. They did a 2-hour test once. So that was kind of interesting because I was expecting to like, you know, either do the 1 hour or 2 or 3 hour, but it was 2 hours. I had no choice. That came back all good, and the drink was not so bad. I mean, it was okay, but you will get through it. If you're worried about the glucose test, don't let all the scary TikToks or videos scare you, because it's not so bad. Just drink it and you'll be fine. I did take a little peppermint oil to sniff if I did feel nauseous, which I did use because I did feel a little bit nauseous after drinking that thing. But the peppermint really helps with the nausea. And then afterwards, it was all good. After the glucose test, I did feel sick for like an hour or two, but I slept it off. I watched TV. I got something else to eat in my body because you're not allowed to eat before then. So got something to eat, and then after that I felt fine for the rest of the day. So it was just a few hours after the glucose test that you feel gross, but other than that it was not so bad. Pretty sure that is it for like all my pregnancy weird symptoms and stuff. Overall, the second trimester was amazing. Like, I loved the second trimester. It was the best time of pregnancy so far. Super easy, definitely the best. I felt like I wasn't even pregnant. I felt like myself, other than feeling him kick sometimes. Ugh, hiccup. Other than that, it was really great, and I am so blessed to have an amazing pregnancy experience, and I'm very excited to meet this baby. I will film a third trimester recap, and I will probably film it very soon so that I could just have that video up and ready in case baby boy comes early, so that way I have a video to upload for you guys and update you guys on how third trimester has been going. But that is all for my second trimester recap video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And here's my fake Stanley that I got on Amazon. It's a very yummy water. I love water. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. Let me know what kind of symptoms you guys had in your second trimester and if any of these relate to what you felt. And I will catch you guys in the next video.